What is up, Eagles, Scarabs, Assassins, Vikings and Gamers? Welcome to episode 8 of the Eagles. This is 8, isn't it?
Yeah, it is 8, yeah.
Episode 8. Today we're going to be talking about a few things, mainly looking back on Assassin's Creed Rogue and Unity. How you doing?
You jumped a bit ahead there. I'm doing
I don't know how to intro. I'm shit at this.
That's why I make you do it every time.
But you also won't address our audience's Scarabs, Assassins, Vikings, and Gamers. So
yeah, that's because they're only Scarabs because they're all my fans and they only come here for me, obviously. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing actually great because recently, if you didn't know, well, you do know. I don't know why I'm talking like you don't know me. I set up my new PC, so we got streams coming through. We got everything coming through. Gonna be starting streaming Origin
yesterday.
I did, yeah. Well, you were there. Quick chill stream of Assassin's Creed Unity co-op, even though it devolved into
Siege,
Minecraft after like half an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, so life's looking good. Gonna get Origins done, and I'm sure life will look worse after I finished Origins because I'll be existentially depressed.
Because it's a shit game, and you'll see that for yourself. But
how you doing, man?
Games. I'm alright. It's good to be back. I feel less like. I'll be honest. I was shattered last episode. I know you were as well.
Yeah.
But I feel up and ready for episode 8. The Eagles cool.
I love how you keep reinforcing that in your mind because you called it 10 last time.
Yeah, because I fucked it up last time. I can't. Right.
That's good to hear, and you should be. I'm guessing by the time this video comes out, you might have your return video up, if not, like a few days after that.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe a few days after that.
Do you want to tease it a little bit, real quick? Whatever you got.
Yeah. So. We've recorded some AC Unity montages. That'll be sick. But my comeback thing, because I know Valhalla usually gets more views, is going to be top 5 questions we have. It's totally different to top 5 predictions we have, guys. I promise. There's no overlap there.
And you don't. Yeah, well, but the thing is, you don't make videos just for views. You make them because you have a deep underlying passion, of course.
Well, I do for Assassin's Creed, especially Assassin's Creed Rogue and Assassin's Creed Unity.
Well, not so much Rogue, just Unity. Let's be honest.
I was trying to do a little transition there, and
you nailed the transition, but Rogue doesn't exist in my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me neither. So. Every week, we look back at an Assassin's Creed game leading up to Valhalla, and this week we decided to lump Rogue and Unity together, because
they came out on the same day. So.
Yeah. I played Rogue first.
Did you?
I was quite hyped for it, yeah.
Bro, I didn't play Rogue until 2017.
Oh.
It was really weird.
Did you enjoy it when you first played it?
Huh?
Did you enjoy it when you first played it?
I mean, kind of, but it wasn't like. Yeah, I think in the context of 2014, a lot of people adored it.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, it was Unity's gameplay again with a significantly worse, but not a terrible story,
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Is I was just an 11-year-old who loved Assassin's Creed. And it's just an expansion of that story with familiar characters as more Haytham. You find out more about Achilles. And I really loved AC3 at this point. So it was yeah, this is sick. And it has things I love from AC3. But also things I love from AC4. And I didn't really see it as lazy or uninspired. Well, let's get this out of the way. I don't think Rogue is lazy or anything. But Sophia only have 160 or more employees, or they did at the time. They had a year to make it. This game had no chance of being this great revolutionary game. Ubisoft never gave them that. And that's why, how you were saying before, you held a lot against 3 because you had such high expectations.
Mm-hmm.
With Rogue, even though I did at the time, because it's just Assassin's Creed, looking back on it now, I don't see the potential I do with Unity in it, because it never had the chance to be great. And so I don't think it's like some shit game that could have been amazing. I'm just really impartial to it, you know what I mean?
Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes complete sense. I feel like that's kind of the same way I look at it. It's nothing particularly like this stands out in my mind about it. It is just the way I described it in my AC ranking was that it's the fundamental like good Assassin's Creed game. Like it's nothing special but nothing terrible. It's just fundamentally like it's okay, you know.
It is better than Origins though. Like,
it's the bit. Well, it's not. It's not. Better
no, okay, right. Rogue. It is though because
no, it's
with
not.
Rogue, combat's bad. Naval's good. Parkour's fine. Story's not very good. Like the world's.
How
like,
are you making an argument for this?
No, I'm saying it's not good.
Yeah.
But Origins has like one thing that's through and through good because you've got Bayek, who's great, and that's it. Then when you get to the world, Egypt's beautiful, it's lovely, but it's shit for parkour. The soundtrack is pretty good, but like it can be repetitive, admittedly. But like with Rogue, soundtrack is great. Naval's the best it has been because there's like a few improvements from 4. Like you can swing further, the Morrigan goes faster. There's puckle guns. There's a few other things, but like there's that there. Yeah, it's a better game than Origins, and I stand by that.
But you just first of all, no. Second of all, I love how you just like compare everything to Origins now. It's just
no, it's really annoyed me because like there was a time where I loved every Assassin's Creed game up until Syndicate came out,
right?
Because like I was so starry-eyed about everything, and I even liked Syndicate when it came out, and then I tried replaying it, and I was like, oh, it's like a few months later, and I was like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah. It is really, really bad. I mean, I never liked Syndicate personally, but when it comes to Rogue, it's like the way I look at it, it's definitely not better than Origins. It's the bare minimum. That's the way I look at it. It's like
what I will give Rogue though,
it exists.
That I wouldn't give. It does, but what I will give it that I wouldn't give Origins, Odyssey, Syndicate, 3, or even Black Flag. It's not that much of a slog. Like, a lot of that's due to it being short.
It's very
the mission
fast-paced.
design I find to be much better than AC4, which is big like a leg up to that game.
Yeah, I mean the story is it's fucking 2 hours long, but it's actually awful. 11 minutes long.
11 minutes 38 seconds specifically.
It is much more tight with its story for sure.
Yeah.
Mission structure wise, I don't think it's anything like. The thing is, part of me thinks it did have so much more potential, considering it was the first one where we properly played as a Templar, all that. Which
that's the thing I hate the most.
The thing is, we've not even really mentioned that because at the end of the day, you don't really play as a Templar in Rogue. You play as an assassin, but you're just.
Yeah.
You play as a Templar, but you're just doing assassin things, so it doesn't matter.
And the assassins are portrayed in such... They're so warped from what the assassins are, where instead of it being like a critique of their ideology, and you have a lot of the philosophy that 3 actually did really well,
they're
you just have
shit.
Like assassins, who are
just
shit.
Evil.
They don't work. They break all the fucking tenets, and they also like they're so ambitious and blind to these temples and their power, they cause fucking disasters. So what you are. The Templars aren't like this group that just wants order above all else, and the assassins are fighting against that. You're placed in this position where you're trying to stop this group who would destroy the entire fucking world, and they're also massive cons to you. Like,
that's
there's
the thing.
no
it's
philosophy there.
They took the philosophy and they took the ideas that were present in 3 and like pretty decent in 3, and instead of fleshing them out. They tried to carry them over by just flipping the orders. That's fucking dickhead. Sorry about that. They literally just flipped the orders, and it's the laziest way they could have gone. But I get why they went that direction, because obviously this game had significantly fewer resources and much less time than the other game that released on the same day, because for some fucking reason they released 2 games on the same day, which was the worst decision they've made.
Yeah.
They made at the time, probably.
Yeah, the story's the one thing that I can't really forgive. The soundtrack's quite nice as well.
The main theme is the best in the series.
Yeah. Oh.
No cap.
Better than Earth or Ezio's Family.
Well, it is. It's a version. It's the best version of Ezio's Family, in my opinion.
It's the best, like,
the Assassin's Creed 2 soundtrack is better. Maybe the Revelations main theme is better, but Rogue's main theme is up there, 1 or 2, for sure.
Yeah, I think I prefer
There's a reason
a
it was
piece of
used.
music to the Revelations theme.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, its context and, like, the emotional weight the Revelations theme has, I think that's better.
Yeah, I see where you're going. I mean, there was a reason that the Rogue theme was used in every YouTube video from 2015 to 2018.
And also
every
now,
single video.
Me.
Well, also now, yeah. Even I used it in my last video.
Oh, yeah.
The thing I think is done best in Rogue, though, is easily the set pieces. I mean, as much as the story's short and there isn't too many, like, the set pieces are fantastic. Obviously, you've got the fucking blowing up city, which is thematically weird, but the gameplay-wise, it's great. And then you've got the moment where even when Shay gets poisoned, it's like it's a pretty cool moment. It's something we hadn't seen before.
Oh yeah, Chase and Hope.
Yeah, it's something we hadn't seen before. So it's
it's that effort though of, like, building Lisbon just to be destroyed. This really small team that had fuck all time. That's something that I quite respect. I think.
Yeah, they put a lot of passion into this,
play.
and I feel like this could have been, if they had just split it up. So Unity, they delayed Unity 1 year, and they made Rogue a bigger game and released it in 2014. Then both of those, like Rogue and Unity, would probably be significantly higher than, or in higher regard than they are, because obviously Unity is still high for me. But I think Rogue could have been one of the better games in the series if it had been given more time, because I think the team behind it did have a passion to try and make it quality, but it was just the leftover game for people who didn't have next-gen consoles.
Yeah, because Sophia aren't a bad studio by any means. Like, they made Curse of the Pharaohs, and that was a pretty good DLC.
Yeah, that was that was a fantastic.
What do you think of the idea that, like, I know the Assassin's Creed fan base is super obsessed with, like, calling anything not considered like a masterpiece to be like this fucking underrated, like, fucking But, like, before that, Rogue was generally considered the underrated one. Do you agree with that?
No.
Neither do I.
I don't. I think that people in 2014, people were saying, "Oh, Rogue's super underrated because it was played by fewer people. It was the forgotten game because it was on last gen, and because it had, like, that gameplay of Black Flag and it was just kind of solid. People compared it to, you know, the glitches of Unity and were like, oh, it's super underrated. Play Rogue instead of Unity. It's amazing. I mean, I think a certain AC YouTuber put it second on one of his AC rankings, which is a yikes. But I think that...
to be fair, that's not as bad as putting Origins at number 3, which I would never do.
We both did that. But I think in 2020, it's rated perfectly, to be honest. I feel like everyone has it around the same spot. It's like the midpoint between the good games and the bad games, you know? It's kind of the transition. It's the transitional game.
Road.
It did work in that way as a transitional game as well.
Yeah, like, as much as I dislike the story, I think the world isn't particularly good. I don't hold any disdain for it as I do with, like, Origins 3, Syndicate, or Odyssey. And I put Rogue just above that, and then you get to, like, you know, what, AC4, I guess? after that, which is like
Yeah.
the first good one.
Yeah, I have an
guess.
appreciation for Rogue for what it is, you know? If you look
Yeah.
at Rogue from the perspective of like the context in which it came out and why it exists, like it's a pretty fucking solid game, you know?
And so
I think the
fair,
biggest
make a
problem was that
game.
yeah,
They should make a game, Sophia, I reckon.
wouldn't be too bad. But I think the biggest problem is that it's a main game, you know? Like
Yeah.
if this had been released as a side game and it had been marketed as a side game and it was maybe like $40 instead of $60, then then we could look at it and be like, oh, this is an amazing side game, you know? You could probably put it up there as like one of the best side games in any franchise, but because it's a main entry, you can't look at it that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, if I was to rate it, I would just give it a 5, and
yeah,
that's it.
I'd probably be the same. It's like, it's okay, it's playable, and the best thing is that it is tight, it is quick, so it's like, it never, when you're playing it, it never feels like it's a waste of time. It never feels like it's draining your soul the same way something
so
like
many
Syndicate.
games can.
Syndicate does.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it's not particularly bad, not particularly good. But if you've made a game worse than Rogue, that's when you know you've made something not very
Bad.
good.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's the lowest effort you can put into a game without it being bad.
Yeah, it's like, if you've made a game better than Rogue, you've passed the test into making a game that's just acceptable.
Yeah,
Or better than that.
Exactly. To be honest, that probably should be. That's a pretty decent way to look at like the markup game. Like Rogue is the basis on which we judge every other game ever.
Yeah, it should be, because it's just.
But on the other
fine.
hand, it doesn't make any sense in lower, and Shay doesn't exist. And Shay shouldn't exist, and he doesn't exist in 3.
Oh yeah, that's fucking odd.
And Haytham never
Haytham's
mentions
also
any of the
really
events
weird
that
and
happen.
Yeah.
And it's just really awkward. Also, the world is fucking horrific. It's the worst. Is it the worst?
Yeah.
It's the worst world in the
No.
series. I think.
I think 3's, because like Rogue to me is just 3 but with higher saturation. So basically Assassin's Creed 3 remastered.
Kind of, but like it doesn't have the same frontier.
Yeah, true.
Like, and there's just, I don't know. I wouldn't. Nah. I think it's 3 but worse.
Yeah, fair enough.
Personally.
Rogue, 5th worst game in the series, just above Origins.
5th?
There you
Oh
go.
wow. Okay. Well, that's
No,
wrong.
oh my god, you're gonna replay Origins and you're gonna fucking hate it.
No, but I'm not gonna hate it that much, am I?
No, that's just the thing. Like, I've soured on it and so many people on like our end of the community have as well.
Yeah, but
Over
it's
the last
also
like year.
not that bad.
What do you like about Assassin's Creed?
No.
Origins?
We've spoken about this enough, and we will get to Origins eventually. But you know how you said if you make a game worse than Rogue, like if you make a game better than Rogue, that's when you know it's acceptable. Surely you can admit that Origins is an acceptable game.
No.
Like I don't.
No,
I don't think you can make the case for it being worse than Rogue. I think that's.
I think you can.
No,
right?
I
the
disagree.
naval in Rogue is far better.
Are you really counting the naval?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the 3 missions of
be all
naval in
end all.
Origins.
Okay, right. The world in Origins is better. The protagonist is better.
Yeah, but also
That's
the
it.
story's not 2 hours long, is it?
Yeah, which is the fucking problem because Origins drags so much, whereas Rogue doesn't. Even
No,
on New
but
Game
it's not a
Plus,
good
Origins
story.
drags.
It's not a good story.
No, neither of them are though, and like especially
No,
for
Origins
what Origins should have been.
Origins has more redeeming elements than Rogue. Without a doubt.
Yeah, there's 2, but Yeah. Rogue has really cool outfits as well. Origins doesn't.
Well, I mean, fucking shut the fuck up.
No, Rogue literally is better than Origins. That's gonna be my hot take video, because I'll do Unity is better than 4, and then I'll do Rogue is better than Origins, and people will fucking love that because
people will murder
think
you.
Rogue is really underrated.
People will murder you. But you do mention a game that is. You're right about the other one though. Unity is better than Assassin's Creed 4, and I think that leads us directly into.
Is it? I don't know.
You're making a video on it.
No, but like, I feel like there's so many ways I can justify it being better than Black Flag, but then the story fucking crushes Unity.
Let's
talk about that first.
No, but the gameplay of Unity crushes. Well, do you want to just get onto Unity then? Do you want to just jump to Unity now? So, this is the 5th best game in the series, and there's no argument. Assassin's Creed Unity in 2020. I know it's a meme, but it's good after the patches, guys. But unironically, it's fucking great. The story shit. But can we just go through this piece by piece?
Yeah.
Jack, what are your opinions on the combat?
Out of the way first.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. So the story is the thing that fucking, like, bugs. Like, I think the bugs are obviously still bad, and the general jankiness, the detection system is still bad. But the story is the main thing that, like, lets me down about Unity.
At this point, that's the thing that truly drags it down. From being.
I think the story had a ton of potential as well, like how they wanted to explore the Assassin Templar conflict again, like the bureaucracy of the Parisian assassins, the politics and that.
Yeah, I think a major issue with it was honestly that they put too much effort into co-op. Because as fun as co-op is, there's a lot of missions in it that would have or could have at least added so much more to Unity's story if those co-op missions were just turned into story missions. Because every sequence in Unity is like 2 to 3 missions long. Like the story's so short and so forgettable because of how short it is. Like you never have a chance to build any relationships with anyone. You never have a chance to truly connect with any of the things going on. And it doesn't help that Arnold loses 2 father figures in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I wish they'd explored that conflict more though, and like, you know how Monsieur de la Serre, I can't fucking say that.
Monsieur de la Serre.
Monsieur de la Serre. Yeah,
but
like how he brought Arno up, but didn't because he knew his dad was an assassin. But he didn't raise him with like Templar ideals as he did with Elise.
Yeah,
because he respected that, and that sort of truce they have, and like. Oh, it's so interesting, the dynamic
it starts great.
They have before Unity and in Unity, but they fuck it so much. And why is Yaman a sage?
It doesn't. There's no reason for him to be a sage. There's literally the modern. I think maybe it is the modern day that brings it down the most, because I feel like the modern day.
I don't even think of that at all when I think of Unity.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, because I feel like the modern day is the reason for a lot of the creative choices in the main story. For like oh, we need a Templar, we need a sage, we need to find his body. Oh, but his body's gone, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's really strange. The story starts off great. The first 3 or 4 sequences, in my opinion, are lovely. But then it just after you kill Lafreniere. And that's why I changed that moment so much in my rewrite, because after you kill Lafreniere, it just falls off a cliff. Like there's no level of coherence at all.
No. And I just feel like Arno's motivation generally just fucking drops off after as you say, after you kill Lafreniere and all that shit. Like, he obviously cares about Elise, but it's like, why am I killing these people?
But that's that becomes his one driving force.
He's just a simp.
I fucking hate that word. No, we're not using that word on this podcast. I
ironically use that in my Origins review.
Oh, that's disgusting. But no, I mean, Elise is another one that starts off as a really good character. Outside of Relena, you were always a bad influence. Oh, you were a worse one. The worst delivered line of all time in anything.
Makes me want to fucking kill myself.
But like everything, that's the thing. everything about Unity is just lost potential. And with the story, like, it starts off so great, but then it just goes nowhere. Arno goes through the same arc twice. He grows a beard and becomes a drunk.
Yeah. It's so bittersweet.
And then the pacing after the Versailles sequence at the end, with like the whole Robespierre thing. So like, you finish the Versailles section, you're ready to go after Germain, and then you just got like 2 extra sequences of nothing. It's bizarre pacing.
What was in? Because I haven't played the game in like, I haven't gone through the main story in 2-3 years. And
right. Okay.
Despite playing it a fuck ton when it came out, like really 7 or 8 times, I remember like nothing from the game.
So
like, I remember the first few sequences and the end, but like that's it.
Yeah. So after Arno is expelled from the Order, he goes to Versailles, gets drunk, has the same arc as he did at the start of the game, and then Elise comes and gets him. He kills Latouche, but then
that's a cool assassination.
Yeah, so they've got to hunt down Germain again. So you've got like 2 extra sequences where you have to hunt down Robespierre and then like Le Peltier, and it's just, or maybe it's not Le Peltier. Anyway, it's really bizarre, like, because the pacing just slows to a halt. You go to some festival or something, and then you have to like deliver letters, and then you have to hunt down Robespierre. It's
targets are fucking terrible as well.
A lot of the targets are that. It's because they're given no time to be built up. Like this, because the sequences are so short. It's like one mission and then assassination.
I remember Latouche because he's quite like manipulative, charismatic, and weird. Yeah,
and also it helps.
There.
I think also the King of Beggars is memorable purely because of like Marquis.
Oh yeah, and he has a cool assassination as well.
As much as Marquis is a bit of an awkward paedophile, I think he's one of the better characters in the game. And like, it's clear the voice actor was just having a time with it. And I wish him and Napoleon were given more screen time, because I feel like those characters could have become true allies to Arno instead of just, randoms.
Yeah, they're so like, all the characters are just shit. I kind of have a soft spot for Belek still, but like, I think all the rest of the characters are just quite shit.
His death though, I feel like comes at the complete wrong time.
Yeah,
like it just comes far too.
Is so shit as well.
The boss fight is pretty rough, but like, it does feel like a climax, and it's the pacing after sequence 4 or maybe sequence 5 is just really bizarre. It's just really odd.
Is that when you kill him?
Yeah, you kill him halfway through the game.
I thought it was well after that.
Nah, yeah, he kills Mirabeau, then you kill him halfway through the game. Then you have like 5 more targets before you get to Germain.
Yeah, because as you say, it does feel like a climax.
Yeah,
of, like, the relationship lab. They should have built that more and like developed like Belek's sort of mutiny and why he's not happy with Mirabeau's decisions.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everything's just so
Parisian
underdeveloped.
Assassins are so interesting.
Yeah, but it's just everything, like every conflict, even the truce is just, it's all so underdeveloped, and it's not given, it's all very just exposition, and then, character development is minimal. Like, the characters are there, but they're never really built up.
Yeah, like that is the main thing. Do you agree with that? Like, the main thing about Unity that's fucking bad is the narrative.
Oh yeah, I think the narrative is the worst thing in the game.
Yeah, and that's like, Black Flag is always going to have that over Unity.
But also, well, that brings us nicely onto the best part of Unity, which is the gameplay, which of course sounds far too overarching. Good. But all of it, Jack. How do you feel about the combat of Unity?
Oh my god!
Because this is your favorite thing to talk about.
My combat ranking video, which is a pretty good video. Go and have a look. My favourite combat I forget if it was that or Brotherhood, but my favourite combat system always flicks between Unity and Brotherhood, and they're polar opposites. Unity as an Assassin's Creed combat system isn't like phenomenal, but just as a combat system, it's so fucking good. And for being an Assassin's Creed Unity, it looks so like fluid and free, and the animations look fucking great. There's actual difficulty to it. It's engaging, and like the variety of weapons you can have, I cannot express how much I love the combat of Assassin's Creed Unity, and I know you feel the same.
Yeah, spot on. You just. I mean, for me, the main thing I think is the challenge. Like, it's one of few Assassin's Creed combat systems that's genuinely engaging, like consistently. Yeah. As well as that, the fact that you can't go into a group of more than like 5 guards at the start of the game, without getting absolutely butt fucked.
I know, and it incentivizes stealth as well, which Assassin's Creed 4 doesn't do.
Yeah, it genuinely gives an incentive for it, and it's I mean, I think a lot of the problems with Unity's gameplay stems with like it's never properly explained. There's loads of features in the game that the game doesn't explain, and you just have to figure it out on your own, like grab backs in parkour or.
Ejects are really hard to do unless you watch Leo K.
Yeah, exactly, because he's just figured everything out. Like, you have to spam B for stuff, or like berserk darts, stop detection time and stuff. There's loads of stuff that, if it was explained properly, then like it epitomizes the assassin fantasy if you can get the stuff right.
Yeah,
it just takes, I guess, practice. Which, when it comes to a story-focused single-player game, most people don't want to do, Understandably. Yeah. I mean, I didn't do it for years for Unity, and then I did, and then I realized, holy shit, this is incredible.
Yeah, it is. And, like, the combat as well, I think it's one of the most balanced systems. Like, I think 1 and 2 have really balanced systems in the sense that everything's just sort of, like, good. And I think Unity, everything is sort of great because it's engaging and it's difficult, but it also manages to look fucking great and really cinematic all the time.
It feels
which, like Syndicate doesn't do. It's sort of the opposite of that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people said that Unity's kind of feels like a spiritual successor to 1 in many ways, and I couldn't agree more. Like, the relating to combat, it's like it does provide the same sense of fear and challenge as 1, but it has so many more options. It has, stagger and strike. It has rolls. It has, obviously guns are involved and all that. You have to focus on so many things, whilst. So it also gives the option of running away, which is something that was, I mean, it was in the first trailer of Assassin's Creed ever, but then it was kind of a gameplay mechanic that wasn't present in AC4 because you never have an incentive to not be in combat.
Yeah, and like as you say about always having to focus, you don't need to do that in every AC game. Like even like AC2 or 1, you don't really have to be on your toes as much as I like those combat systems. Whereas in Unity you do, and even after that, Syndicate you can just fucking spam a bunch of buttons. And like Origins and Odyssey, that's even worse. But then here, you have this perfect blend of enemies aren't too powerful, they're definitely not too weak, they're plenty engaging, and it looks fucking great, and you feel cool.
Exactly.
I can't express how... It's my favourite combat system in any game ever, including like gunplay.
Wow. Jesus.
It's fucking great. I'm so passionate about it.
That is another thing. The gunplay is... It's just... Like... Everything else is really engaging, but then when guns are thrown in, it just adds a whole nother element of fun, if that makes sense. I know that sounds like a really
you can't
basic...
just stay still. Or you can't human shield anymore, which was a bit overpowered.
But no, the Unity combat's fantastic. And another element of it being, like, the challenges there, it also... When you die, the animations are fucking brutal. And it makes you feel like, oh shit, I've just, it's not like you just ragdoll about, you properly get fucked, and it's like,
they really disturb me.
I need to focus, I need to get good. Along with that, the parkour, which I know you don't quite like as much.
I do really like it, I just prefer the Ezio Trilogy parkour.
Yeah.
Because although it's simplified, I think it's more like, as I say, like balanced, where everything just works, and it's definitely more accessible. Like that's for sure. I
Yeah,
do
but
like Unity's a lot.
I think, again, another big problem with Unity's parkour, like some of its other features, is that it's not explained properly. So when it comes
No.
to both 4 and Syndicate, the games that sandwiched Unity, and Rogue, I guess, parkour does come down to just you hold RT and hold forward, and that's about it. There's not much else you need to do a lot of the time. Like, what I'm talking, like parkour on the side of a building along a straight line. Whereas with Unity, like, the button inputs are actually, they're far more precise than people give it credit for. You have far more player control with the added element of verticality. You know, free run up, free run straight, and then free run down. It's a system that I feel is underappreciated because it's lumped in with Syndicate. I've been replaying Syndicate, and Syndicate and Unity's parkour system are not quite polar opposites, but they're fucking so different, it's ridiculous.
Why did they dumb that down? It really fucking annoys me.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's literally
why?
just all complexity and all player control is removed in Syndicate, but then Unity gets the same rap as Syndicate, it gets lumped in with it, and they're not the same system. Unity system is complex, you have player control, you can back eject, side eject, you know, all that shit. So
yeah, and as well, free run down, which you touched upon, is fucking great. Like, because before if you just hold the legs button, you can just sort of drop off like small roofs.
Yeah.
But it's so much more fluid, especially if you're going down like steep sort of buildings.
Yeah.
And it's so simple, but it adds so much.
Yeah, and the thing I love about it is that you never have to, like, with a lot of the games, it's usually you hold down RT, you hold down A, and you climb or you parkour or whatever it is. Whereas with Unity, you have to constantly be switching between straight up and down, like it constantly tapping, constantly switching, and it just engages you a lot more than a lot of the other systems. There's
for sure.
That's differently executed in the Ezio trilogy, and like I'd say they're probably on par with each other, but I think Unity is a lot better than a lot of people give it credit for, and it also does have plenty of player control, which is the biggest criticism that's lumped towards it.
Yeah, like I prefer 2, just because I feel much more free, and like it's not cinematic, but I feel like just jumping from place to place, you're far more accurate generally.
I like there is less player freedom than in 2, but there's still like, it's not a massive difference, you know.
Yeah.
With no, yeah, I get what you're saying completely, but no, I adore the same way you said with the combat system. This is my favorite. It's my favorite movement system in any game. Fucking adore it. Along with that, the mission structure and the sheer number of missions is ridiculous. The
oh no.
Of course, the main story is short. It barely has any missions.
The missions are good though. Generally, set pieces.
They tend
especially.
to be. Yeah, there's a bunch of set pieces, and of course the black box missions, which are at their peak in this game. In retrospect, obviously it was only 2 games, but still, like, there are a few where there's not real options; it's kind of pseudo options. But there is a lot where it's like you can take it anyway, and it really is just very. Goes back to that assassin fantasy. It just perfects that in this game.
Yeah, they're a great idea, and they should have gone further. I think the one thing that I think, like, obviously I love the combat.
Yeah.
But one of the things I love most about Unity, and I know you do as well, Paris is so fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
You have that feeling that I don't think we had since Revelations, where it's like, okay, this is a world that's built for parkour and it's great to explore, and it feels very like grimy, downtrodden. It's one city, which is
alive.
Great for Assassin's Creed. You got Versailles as well,
and it feels varied as well.
Yeah, of course. Like there's the poor districts, like the rich ones, the fields on the outskirts, like canals. There's so much to explore. It looks beautiful.
The thing I love about it as well is that it's immersive, whereas with Syndicate specifically, you can always kind of, even though it's one city, you can always kind of see like a line where it's like a barrier between districts. Whereas with Unity, it kind of naturally transitions between them. It naturally transitions. It just feels, the whole city feels so. I mean, it's built 1-to-1 scale as well, which is still ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it's gorgeous. Along with that, a lot of people complain about the map because it's cluttered with so many objectives and shit.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
But that is because there's so much side content in this game. It is ridiculous. Like on par with Brotherhood, just about. You know, you got Paris stories, you got murder mysteries, you got Nostradamus enigmas.
The murder mysteries are insanely good though. Those are fucking great.
I fucking love
the side content in Unity doesn't get enough credit, even from people who like say it's super underrated. The side content doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, you've got
the cafe theatre missions as well.
And also just cafe theatre upgrading, just generally.
Nostradamus enigmas.
If you ever need money, you just do a quick companion mission. It's not a massive deal. There's so much stuff, and also obviously all of the co-op missions, which are if it works, then they're all great. Just about.
It's a big ask.
Problem is, it just rarely works. Which at the end of the day is going to be the criticism that's always going to be attached to Unity. Like that first day, that first week, that first 3 years of it existing, it was a complete mess. Still somewhat of a mess today, but those faceless images will never be forgotten, and that's probably the worst thing about this.
It's the broken one, but
like that's what this game will be remembered for in the minds of most people, which is a shame because it had the most potential, and I think it kind of does suck.
Yeah, I do hold a lot against it for that, because I think in terms of like just walking through a street, I think Unity is the most alive. Like how many things you can find people doing, like the amount of animations that are there.
Yeah.
It feels super alive, but then you'll see people just clip in and duplicates of people that really fuck it up. And the immersion otherwise would be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And like the detection system as well is really fucked.
It can be. I mean, if it breaks, then you're fucked, and it's tragic. But generally, I've always found it to be like, when it works fine, you know?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, if there isn't a glitch, then I don't know. Like, it's really tough on the player, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
But I like that about it. That not that it's fucked, but Unity incentivizes smart play where Black Flag doesn't at all.
Yeah.
Because like guards won't detect you at all. The combat is super easy. You can fuck anyone up you like.
Yeah.
It's
Unity, that's Odyssey where you can fuck everyone.
That's not the case. Oh fuck's sake. That's what Unity needed. If you could fuck Napoleon, I think it would get the credit.
Would you not be
deserved.
fucking Marquis? I feel like that'd be more thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
Would have been cool to play as Elise and for her to be flashed out, because her character becomes so one-dimensional by the end of the game. It's just, I'm going to kill your man now. That's all I care about.
To an extent, but he's more than just I want to kill your man. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing about Arno is if you look at him at the start of the game compared to the Dead Kings DLC, it's like, this character's gone through an amazing arc. But then you actually look at the real story and it's like, no.
Yeah.
No, he just became sad and then stayed sad.
Yeah, I know. I think the thing with Unity is it's so bittersweet, because I think I used to love it and I still kind of do, but now I just think it's sort of good. When if it did reach that full potential, I think Unity, and you agree with me on this, I think Unity would be a top 3 Assassin's Creed game behind 2 and Brotherhood. I think it fully could have done that.
Given another year and a story overhaul, yeah. Yeah,
that'd be sick.
absolutely. And it then would have allowed for Ubisoft to go in a direction which continued to build on that Assassin fantasy. But instead, we're here.
It makes me
and that's
so sad.
That's fine, because that's just the way it is. Somewhere in an alternate dimension, someone is playing like a fixed Unity with a great story, and is playing an Odyssey that's, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Speaking of recent games, though, we recently got some new news on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Just some little minor updates. I imagine the Ubisoft Forward event on the 10th of September will be where we hear proper news.
Oh, that's the weird thing. They said they won't have any Valhalla there.
Any at all?
No, it's really fucking odd, because I thought they'd announced DLC at this event, but I guess now they'll do one just before it comes out in November, and then they'll announce the DLC there. But to be honest, just don't announce DLC before a game comes out. I'd rather you didn't do that.
I get why it has to be done because of like gold editions and season passes and all that bullshit. But I'd rather it was just like, oh, this game is coming out, I'll play that, and then hopefully afterwards I'll get a DLC. But that's just the state of the games industry. That's just a vapid complaint. But so new Valhalla news. We've heard some things about gameplay that are sounding pretty interesting. The one I love the most is with social stealth, and it's the fact that you can play dead like a possum.
That was in an interview a while ago, and I think that's fucking sick. One of the things that people were saying about in like rumours back when it's Ragnarok that isn't in the game, I don't think, that would have been sick, is you can blend with like snow and grass and hide in that. That would have been sick.
That could be sick. But no, never mind. That's not gonna be it. That could have been sick though. I mean, I guess that's kind of maybe that was just mistaken for this then, the whole playing dead, like.
Yeah, perhaps.
But no, so the way you can use it sounds great though. It's like you can use it to affect the crowd, the way the crowd reacts to stuff. You can use it to lure guards. You can use it to escape combat.
Oh shit, that's fucking sick! I didn't know about that.
Yeah, there was a recent interview on it, and it sounds like it's going to be a really cool system. And also, guards will remember you. So like, if you do it and then move and then try and do it again, then you're gonna be fucked, and they're gonna realize that's the same.
Cool.
That's the same dead guy. So
I wish this was a proper Assassin's Creed game.
It's looking more and more like it. I mean, we've also got a kind of hidden blade combat, but not really.
Yeah, the animation looks just fucking odd.
Just a big thrusting. It just looks like he's trying to fist someone, to be honest.
You probably can do that, given the direction of the series.
Yeah, you can probably fist a granny in it, which will be very interesting. But that's, I mean, it's a step in the right direction, I guess.
That's what Valhalla is in so many places.
But the way the gameplay's looked of actually trying to fight with it, it looks like it's more just a way to tell you that you don't have anything in your empty hand, as opposed to like an actual viable technique in combat.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted though. Like back in January, or maybe even last year, one of the things I said I wanted for Ragnarok was hidden blade combat, because I am a fan of hidden blade combat. It's a bit of
it was always fun. It was always flashy. The only annoying thing was that you could insta kill with it. It was great in AC1 because it was like a tiny counter window. But after that, it became,
you couldn't attack with it. It was like a trade-off.
It became a bit OP after that though.
Brotherhood, it's fucked. I think
Brotherhood is ridiculous. Right. 2 is like okay, and then Brotherhood just fucks it, and then. Yeah, and then Black Flag takes a dump on it, so.
Oh, yeah.
Black Flag in 3. 3 with that fucking knife. That was tragic.
Valhalla
news, it was just like minor gameplay stuff. Nothing too major. But there was another interview done, which I'll link in
games.
I'll link in the description. I was just gonna say I'll link the interview in the description if anyone wants to go and see more of that. But those are the only two things that were like really piqued my interest. Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Speaking of big AAA games, Avengers is out. Did you know that?
Isn't that a mobile game?
I saw a trailer on the telly and it fucking looks like it. My God. Jesus wept.
Not gonna lie, it's been 3 days? Completely forgot it came out.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, what? Why did they make this? I assume that you have not bought Marvel's Avengers.
No, and I refuse to. Like, I'm really interested in it. Like, I know I won't enjoy it at all, but I'm so interested in it as, like, a product. Because that's what I know it is. Above all else,
absolutely.
It's a fucking product. And,
well, from what I've heard, the story does have, like, some redeeming qualities. Which is kind of surprising, because I assumed it would just be...
I watched some cutscenes on YouTube. Are we going to go into spoilers?
Nah. I mean, we all know that Captain America survived, so that doesn't matter.
No, that's not true. They sold the game on it.
Oh, of course. He died at A-Day, but he also has Verizon skins.
Yeah, just for like the first mission.
Yeah, definitely dead. Yeah, nah, you're right. My bad.
As if they fucking spoiled a selling point for their game to shill for Verizon. That's fucked. That's how you, oh my God.
That's because it's a product, like you said.
It's shit. It's for that.
I mean, the combat's just... It just is the beta. People were like, oh, don't criticize it. It's just a beta. I mean, I know the game comes out in 2 weeks,
to rework the entire game.
Just a beta. This isn't... Nah, I'm sure there will be loads more missions. I'm sure the mission types will have much more variety.
Yeah.
Turns out every mission is just corridors, and then you get into an arena and you fight off 1,000 of the same enemy, and you do that, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. So, in the end, it's finally confirmed, with so many people defending it for so long, Marvel's Avengers is exactly what we thought it would be.
Yeah, it's totally passionless. Even in like the voice acting, and like Troy Baker, he was fucking insanely good as like Joel. One of the best performances ever. Him as Bruce, Bruce really pisses me off because he's just a fucking bloke.
Well, you're right. He is just a bloke. But I feel like that is, I don't know. I feel like the characters are all written pretty badly. But also, it's clear that they did just have a fuck ton of money to throw at this game. Like, I mean, it must have been Disney who gave them the rights to... Did Disney own all of Marvel properties, or is it just Marvel Studios?
I think so.
Yeah. So I'd imagine they just go, oh, here's a $200 million budget or whatever. Go make a game, and they were like, oh, we'll just get every good voice actor and then make a shit mobile game. So.
Yeah, they're just caricatures. Like Thor as well. He's just doing a generic strongman voice.
Thor's just wank. He's not even like. He's just the pure stereotype. He feels like a 50s character from what I've seen. Like how he would be written in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah, I don't like Kamala at all either. Like from the beta or from what I've seen.
Kamala? No, it's so annoying because like Kamala's not a bad character from the few comics I've read of her. But the problem is that no suits can write a teenage character without making them sound either cringe as fuck or just like you want to punch them in the face. So like the way she doesn't even make jokes. She just says things in like an awkward voice, like, "Oh, I'm anxious. I'm gonna go see the Avengers. Oh, cool." So like at one point she recite. I swear at one point she recites, like, you know the Mjolnir speech? Like, whoever maybe where they hold his hammer.
Like the
and she does it like...
thing.
It's just really weird and jarring.
Yeah.
Because I get what they were going for. It's like, oh, we're writing her as a fan. But they didn't write her as a fan. They wrote her as an MCU stan, and MCU stans are the worst plague to this earth. So
yeah, guys, she's like you. Do you want to play as her now?
She also has a shit power. That's just a side note.
Yeah, she's just really fucking stretchy.
But like in the it sucks because it was their one unique character, and they could have made her great. But like, it's not that she's a bad character generally. It's that they've just written her badly. Because I'm sure people will come out and be like, "Oh, you just don't like her because she's a person of color or whatever." Not saying that to us, just saying like, because a lot of people will criticize her, and that'll be the defense, I'm sure, of a lot of people. It's not that, like, Miss Marvel is a good character generally, but fucking hell, did they just take a shit on her? I don't know what they did when they were writing her. Maybe they just wrote the game in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, fucking probably. This feels like such a half-baked game as well. This doesn't feel like it was like in the works since even 2017.
Well, yeah, because they're just going to keep building on it, though. They've got like 35 different characters that they're adding.
Yeah, they teased a prequel, or maybe DLC, because I know they will do DLC. But like if they make a universe of this and make like an uninspired game for each Avenger, I'll be so fucking mad.
Yeah, the thing is, the main story isn't... It's like, remember when... I know we're bringing back to Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft, but remember when, for a while, like, people were saying, like, Odyssey's gonna live forever, and you're gonna be able to, like, basically be in government or something, and you're gonna be able to, like, build a... It was fucking dumb. Yeah. But it seems like that's what they want to do. It's a sort of games as a service where it just goes on forever. Which is shit, and no one wants that. Just to be clear to any dev who's listening to this. Make an X-Men game and don't make it this.
Oh, yeah, that'd be... I hope Insomniac, after they do Spider-Man, after Spider-Man 2, or like even 3, go through some more properties. That'd be sick.
That could be cool. Oh, what could they do?
Fantastic Four game.
Yeah, because obviously their Insomniac are very like movement focused, if that makes sense. Sunset Overdrive and Spider-Man, like they like making good movement systems.
Sunset's sick. Imagine like Mr. Fantastic though. If they made him, how fucking sick.
Yeah, that could be. Also, oh my days, what's his name?
Human Torch.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I really want that now. A Fantastic Four Insomniac game.
A lot of potential. Because I swear no company has ever made a good flying system in a game, ever. Like I can't think.
Played Superman 64 then. Lego Marvel Superheroes was pretty good.
I guess, but it's a Lego game, so it doesn't count.
Oh yeah, because they're just on top of everything, and they can't do any wrong. Telltale Games stand for clear skin.
I have no idea what you just said. I'm gonna be straight.
No,
up.
It's a stand thing where it's like stand Beyonce for clear skin.
Yeah, no, but why are we standing Telltale Games?
Because they make the best games in the market. Telltale, fuck, not Telltale.
Did they get
Tales?
Yeah, no, I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, there was a Nintendo Direct this week, especially for Mario. Dropped out the fucking blue, and oh my god, Nintendo have won 2020.
Oh, of course, yeah, without a doubt. They've they've
fucking hell, man.
Yeah, they win.
3D World port, but with like extra bits. Fucking cool. Yeah. Then Mario 3D All Stars. You got Mario 64. Okay, fucking sick. Sunshine. Yep. Wanted to play that for years. Sick. Mario Galaxy. One of the best games ever fucking made on the Switch. Right? That's sick. But limited release. Go fuck yourself.
Nah, don't go fuck yourself.
No,
I don't mind it.
They're manufacturing like this idea of it being a limited product when they can sell it digitally.
Yeah, but it's...
And like scalpers are going to eat this. I contemplated buying 2 copies so I could sell one for a few £100 down the line. But I'm not a bastard.
No, I think that's not a bad shout.
No, it is a bad show because that'll be a part of the problem, and it's so fucked.
Maybe I'm just an evil capitalist. I've just seen Wolf of Wall Street too many times. That's what it is.
What a film!
But the way I look at this, right, is that I don't think this is Nintendo's. I don't even know how to describe it. I think that they're making this a limited release as a sort of market research type thing. Like, I don't think this is their focus right now. I think they're releasing this, seeing how well it does, and they're going to try and gauge the interest surrounding, like, Mario as a property. I think they have a full-on Mario 64 remake in the works.
Yeah, that'd surely be for the next system they make. So that'd be weird to drop this.
No, I'd imagine so. So I think this is like a warm-up. This is like foreplay. And then they're going to drop a full-on fucking, like, breaking every concept of what a remake is of Mario 64.
Sick, because a lot of people complain about this because they didn't even change the resolution. It's not like full screen.
Yeah,
it's still square. And it literally is just a port. Like the DS remake from 2005-06, which was sick, went much further. Like it is a full
exactly.
port.
That's the thing. Like they wouldn't if they were gonna remake Mario 64. You know, it would be a major. Like they wouldn't release it alongside all this other shit. So yeah, I do think it's just a gauge of interest. That being said, I hope that doesn't become a normal practice. The limitation feels unnecessary though. Like I don't get why they do that because it's so fucking tons over the years. It doesn't make any sense. It is weird, but I don't know. I just have this intrinsic. It's stupid because they are a company at the end of the day, but I just have this intrinsic trust of Nintendo that they know what the fuck they're doing, and they're gonna like. You know, Reggie's just going to bring out something sick.
Oh, I wish Reggie was... This wouldn't happen under Reggie. He wouldn't do this.
I still trust them.
Yeah.
But either way,
though, that's sick. That'll be my favourite game this year.
To be honest, I reckon if I had a Switch and I was getting it, I'd probably be significantly more pissed off.
Yeah.
But nah, Nintendo doing bits... per usual. I just need that Pokemon Platinum remake, and I'll buy it. I'll buy your console. I'll buy any console you put out. If you make a Pokemon Platinum remake, and that's all I'll buy.
They need to do Galaxy 2 because that is a top 5 game of all time. A full-on remake of that.
I imagine they would at some point. But you got to take your time. You can't have everything at once, man. You got to be patient. Delayed gratification. Why don't they just
port it with this? Even if they made it like 80 quid, I would buy it if they had Galaxy 2. That's one of the most replayable, charming, best games of all time. Third best game of all time after AC2 and Sonic Unleashed.
And yeah, I mean, you just spent...
Red Dead, I mean.
I mean, you just spent £130 on Assassin's Creed, so I'd imagine you just spent like £500 on Mario Galaxy 2.
The other day, I had a lapse in judgment.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah. Basically, as you might know...
and continuous lapse in my judgment. That's a dated reference now. What the fuck? That was 2 years ago.
Almost 3. Closer to 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Mental. But, yeah, basically, as some of you may know, if you listen to the podcast, PlayStation shit. My PlayStation 4 is fucked. And,
no, you just can't take care of your consoles. And that's fine.
I'm blaming Sony. But, like, I was thinking, because I ordered Valhalla physically in that collector's statue edition thing, I was like, there's a good chance I won't even get that on time. So I was like, right, since that's broken, I'll just buy it again on Xbox digitally. I can play it at midnight when it comes out. And I need to buy the gold edition as well, so I can have the season pass. And so I did that.
That's understandable.
That was like 90 quid. For some reason, VAT was added on, which has never happened to me, ever.
What do you mean?
I got like 17 quid VAT added on for that.
I mean, VAT's always added on. It just doesn't always tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had that for a game.
No, because in the UK, usually they just add it onto the price. But like if you go to America, everything you buy, the price tag, when you get to the checkout and you put it through, like it adds the VAT as you go.
Yeah, but I was never told that before.
It's weird that you've never
showed
maybe
up
it's
there.
maybe it's to do with like, I don't know, maybe it's that you're pre-ordering it. I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, you don't usually get digital games, so.
Nah, but like, yeah, I got that. That was like 90 quid, and I was like, right, okay. And then I also thought, oh man, I'm streaming. I'm gonna be playing AC3 and Rogue soon. I thought, right, well, those remasters came out after I was on PS4, so I bought those on there.
Yeah.
And I was like, right.
There was a Ubisoft sale, right?
There.
Ubisoft sale to try and
like
protect their
13
image.
quid each, right? 26 quid, fucking half those, sick. And then, big fucking sale. I'm like, if there's two things I can't resist in life, it's Assassin's Creed and bargains. This was a trap laid especially for me. And so,
A match made
I
in
go
heaven.
through this sale, and I see the Syndicate DLC, and I'm like, I know this is shit. But because Syndicate fucked me off so much, I never bothered buying the season pass. So I'm like, right, last Maharaji, it was only like £1.50. Got that. Jack the Ripper, 7 quid. And I was like, right.
You spent
I just bought a bunch
£7 on
of
Jack
things.
the Ripper. You spent £7.
It could have been 12. I got a good chunk off. No. But then it got worse. No. But then it got worse. I was like, right, I've just bought a bunch of things I either have and or dislike.
Yeah.
And then I see it. Odyssey Gold Edition.
Worst. The worst thing.
And no, that's the thing, is I need to. I wasn't even going to stream Odyssey, but I just saw it there. Gold Edition with the season pass for like 27 quid. And I can't resist a good fucking bargain. And so I'm sat there, half price. Fuck it. And £150 on Assassin's Creed. Shit I have and don't like.
Can you please all go to Jack's channel and dislike his most recent video for that?
Subscribe to my Patreon so I can continue to be financially
Let's
responsible.
crowdfund every Assassin's Creed game. Charity stream, but it's just to buy Odyssey Gold Edition for the 4th time.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I never bought the DLC for Odyssey because I hated it.
Good.
And like I watched videos on it and like I was like, yeah, okay, they're shit. But now I can play them for myself, make content on them. And you better watch the fucking content I make coming back. Because for the love of God.
Imagine now your channel just dies. You got like 30 views video. You spent £150 on TLC.
Yeah, that's...
Everyone go subscribe to Walshy, the Walshy YouTube channel. If you're not already.
Please do.
And if you are already, go and resubscribe and then turn on post notifications.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've never asked that. That's a cheeky little...
Good times. So, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, hit like. If you didn't, maybe let me know why. Just kidding. First intro, we got plenty more to talk about. Speaking of Odyssey.
Yeah.
You got
Michael Antonakos, the best voice actor of all time, the voice actor of Alexios.
I think you mean Deimos.
Yeah, Deimos actually.
That's what I said.
No, you said Deimos.
I said Deimos.
Yeah, Deimos.
Fuck you. I'm getting. This is a hate crime. You're bullying me for my accent. I could report you to the Scottish authorities right now.
No, I can't, because you don't have fucking free speech and you're a slave to your country. Yeah.
You're a slave to Assassin's Creed. I think that's worse.
Yeah, but so are you. But you're also a slave to your country. So, checkmate. Double bill of shit for you. Michael Antonakos.
Alexios is Batman. That's what it says on the list. Alexios is Batman. Fucking epic.
And I'm just gonna get up 2 of his tweets that I bookmarked a while ago because they're fucking great. From July 24th, #random thoughts. What happened to ISIS? And there's another one. #random thoughts. Have you ever considered the thought that God's first experience was an orgasm? ... Big Bang. Prayers, smiley emoji. Theory, shrugging. What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, he's an interesting Donnie. I'm not gonna lie, but
I love him.
Not
really
gonna lie.
do.
In that trailer, he was pretty sick as Batman, which is strange because he's not good in Odyssey. He's just not. He's just really bad. But nah, this is kind of cool. I mean, we have a new Batman. I'm sure plenty of people will discuss if he's the best Batman or if.
Oh my god! If
people on Twitter love making
the best
polls.
Batman of all time.
Imagine, yeah, that would pain me.
I
But
don't
I mean,
trust him with this because he was terrible in Odyssey. As much as I love the actor.
Well, the thing is,
he
the
was
fact that
fucking
they've
awful.
announced that he's playing Batman is like, okay, so Batman's alive is what you're saying. Batman's in the game is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least they've confirmed that early instead of trying to go the Avengers route. But yeah.
Yeah.
Alexios is Batman. That's
That's a nice bit of news. I'm happy.
soul
I
really
hope it is good.
It is just,
I hope
yeah.
it's good.
I hope Gotham Knights as a whole is good, but obviously I
know that it won't be though.
No, that's the thing.
You know that.
No, that's the thing. I think it could be good. I'm just fucking exhausted of action open world RPGs with co-op elements. You know? Like, I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be terrible. It's just I don't want to play another game like that because every game is like that, and I'm sick of it. So yeah, it's really just a me problem at the end of the day. I just gotta fucking man up or woman up. # AC Sisterhood.
Speaking of open world action adventure RPGs.
Oh, very smooth, very smooth.
The Witcher. Yeah, that was really good. Thank you.
It was.
You've made it even smoother.
Yeah, by saying it was smooth.
Thanks, Joe.
Are you okay?
The Witcher 3.
We are the podcast next door. We're so fucking unprofessional. I love it. We're so shit.
Especially last episode.
We're so shit at this, but I love it. I love doing it.
It is great. The Witcher 3.
And I love whoever's listening to this. Yeah, The Witcher 3. You said it like, yeah, it exists, and it's getting a remaster apparently.
Yeah, and what's great about this? Really fucking
So
great.
Yeah.
Consumer-friendly little thing. If you own the game on like PS4, Xbox One, PC, you'll get the next gen upgrade for free.
That's just clap. CD Projekt Red are fucking sick. I love them.
Yeah,
they might be the one of the best dev studios. Definitely they're one of the best dev studios working today. Yeah, this is fantastic. Obviously, brilliant game. The thing is it just going to be a port? Is it going to be a full remaster?
I don't think they'd like fuck
they've not
about
properly
and make a half-ass product.
Well, that's the thing. But The Witcher 3
already
in
looks
itself
great,
is
though.
The Witcher 3 in itself is already an incredible product. I was like, do you really need to remaster it?
Yeah, I'm just looking up to see when it's coming out.
Yeah, but the choice to do that, the choice to make it free for people who already own it, it's lovely to see because I remember like at the last generation swap, when it came to so many games, people were fuming, with like the business practices. Like at the time, I was in like the NBA 2K community, and that got everyone fucking raging because they just released the same game on old consoles, made everyone everyone bought it, and then they were like, "Oh, we have another one coming out," but they didn't tell anyone before that, so it was pretty scummy. So this is nice to see. I just hope Rockstar do it with Red Dead 2, to be honest.
Oh yeah, they'd have to keep online alive, surely.
No, because GTA 5 didn't do that when it first switched over, right?
Yeah, it was another year, wasn't it?
No, but it remastered, but you had to buy the remaster, I swear.
Yeah, you did.
So it's
Oh, you mean like a free upgrade?
Yeah, no. So I'm hoping Red Dead 2 is a free upgrade. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that would be great. It's been a big year for remasters. Saints Row 3, the Mafia games, now The Witcher 3, Mario, what's the other one? There's another one. SpongeBob, yeah.
Actually, I completely forgot about the Mafia games. Holy shit.
That's out soon, isn't it? The Mafia remaster.
This year's going too fast. Obviously everyone says that every single year, but holy shit.
Yeah, but this has been on another level though.
Well, yeah, because
it's almost been a year since I started YouTube.
Yeah, day to day, it's felt so slow because of like COVID, lockdown, and all that. But like now that we're here, it's like holy shit, games are coming out again, everything's open, and it's September. How did that happen?
Yeah, there's an election in like 2 months. I bring it up every episode. Our first episode was just talking about Kanye is going to be elected.
Well, last night Candace Owens and Cardi B had big scraps on Twitter, which was interesting to see.
That was fun.
Twitter has ruined debate and it's ruined politics, and I despise it.
So's TikTok though. Because it's all so performative and no one there knows fucking anything. Like, I don't, but I don't pretend to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like social media politics and social media activism just makes me want to rip my eyeballs out and shove them up my urethra. It's horrific. I hope you have that vivid thought in your head right now. Everyone listening and you, Jack.
Pain Olympics 2021, guys. We're going to bring it back.
Featuring the Scarab.
Yeah,
but yeah, no. Witcher 3 remaster is existing. I mean, I think our thoughts are pretty much the same on this. It's great from a consumer point of view, and also it'll just be lovely to see it, hopefully remastered pretty well. But I don't think
it's not in ray tracing, that much I know.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much for them to do. Fix the walking animation. Great. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that. Because I hate the walking animation in the small bits of The Witcher 3 I've seen.
Yeah, so are you going to wait for that to play, or are you going to play it on stream soon then?
No, I've got it. I'm going to stream it soon because I already have it on Xbox, so there's no...
Are you going to do Origins first?
No, because I have it on Game Pass. Yeah, so I've got Origins. This week, starting either Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to start streaming Origins, so tune in for that, and we'll see me slowly fall into an existential depression.
And you'll realise that it's worse than Rogue.
No.
It's a bad game.
No.
Are you disagreeing with... See, because I'm going to bring this back on you when you replay it.
Okay, but...
Are you saying Origins isn't a bad game?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins is not a bad game.
I'm just going to keep that for 3 weeks' time when you finished it.
Okay, let me ask you this.
First time in a while.
Let me ask you this. Why did everyone love it when it came out? Why does it have a 9 out of 10 on Steam? A 92% Google rating score? A 4.5 star review on audience ratings?
Right.
Obviously, those aren't all... But as much as retrospect is great and we need it, at the same time, is it bad? Can it be labelled bad? Can it be labelled worse than Rogue when it was so universally loved when it came out? Literally, the first review I come up is, wow, after the pointlessness of Rogue, after the pointlessness that was Rogue, Origins is basically saying that Origins is a step in the right direction, which it wasn't, but still.
Right, to that point,
yes.
Odyssey got fucking great reviews. With Ubisoft...
No, but the community hated it.
Yeah, right, sure, that's true. Okay, if you want to talk about like community reception, why I loved it, I think it was something different. It was a step up from Syndicate, that I definitely won't deny. And it was this hype around a totally new Assassin's Creed, finding out, how the Order came about. There's a ton of fan service. Yeah. When you strip back, like, the curtain, all of that is so shallow. The formation of the Assassins is fucking terrible. It feels half-arsed, and you don't know what the Assassins even fucking are. In terms of like this new formula... What you say?
That's because they're not fully formed. This was the setup. Well, this should have been the setup to fully form them in the following game.
But it feels like they talk about their creed and their order and about being the hidden ones, but it's not very clear what they wholly are. And then also, this
But
new
that's the
formula
same with
isn't new at all.
That's the same with the start of any movement. It's never instantly a massive, collective organization. It's just a group of people who have similar ideals, and their ideals were to take down Cleopatra and what's his name, Caesar.
Yeah, but like that's it. It's we're gonna beat Cleopatra, beat Caesar.
Yeah, and
that,
then it
like, what
and
do
then
they stand
it stemmed.
for? Like Bike doesn't like people like tyrants and that.
No, but that's the thing.
That's sort of it.
No, but that's the thing about it's an origin of a mass organization, and it stems from one core belief, which is the opposition to tyranny, which is what which is the only consistent thing you see from every single order in the game, is the opposition to tyranny, apart from Unity. Actually, they like the bourgeoisie. Anyway,
yeah.
So it doesn't have the deep philosophies of 3 because it can't, because
but it should do. If it's the introduction to the Assassins, then it should incorporate lore. It should have incorporated Iltani, should have incorporated Darius. It fucks those two. It allows for, obviously it's not responsible for fucking Legend of the Hidden Blade, whatever it's called. But like it led to that. I'm still kind of fucked off with it because that happened, but like it feels misplaced. It feels forced. It doesn't feel natural. This is the start of the Assassin's Creed.
No, I disagree. No, because it's not the start of the Assassin's Creed. That's the point. That's why they didn't call themselves Assassins. That's why they didn't use that phrase, because it's not.
But it's supposed to be the start of the Order, not the Order, but the Brotherhood. It's meant to be. They aren't like proto-assassins. They're the group that led into the assassins.
Exactly. They're the group that they're just a group.
But like
of
the
people.
assassins as we know them.
Yeah, but no, they're just a group of people who have similar ideals and similar goals. They're united behind a common enemy, and then, as they're united by that, they go on to build on that foundation.
But also,
which we see in the DLCs.
That point,
somewhat.
They retcon Iltani, they retcon Darius.
The retcons are good, that's fair.
Yeah, they also retcon fucking Amunet for like no reason at all in that stupid comic. And like anything
but the comic
new,
isn't the game, is it?
No, I know. But like that's why it's there, to sell that comic.
But that's like saying Brotherhood shit because Juno died in the comic.
No, but that's not why Juno doesn't die in Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying,
yeah. And, like, the other reason why we loved it, because it was new. Yeah, it is new. It's new to Assassin's Creed, but not new, not innovative in the same sense that AC1 or 2 or, like, fucking Black Flag or Unity were.
Yeah, without a doubt, I agree.
Of other RPGs.
No. I agree that it's not as innovative as AC1 or 2 or Black Flag or Unity.
Not in the slightest.
But you're saying it's worse than Rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue copy and pasted Black Flag's entire formula.
Oh yeah, but that's still a unique formula. Like, despite reusing so many assets from like 4 and 3, it still feels much more like an Assassin's Creed experience, a unique experience. Whereas Origins, you're just a man in the desert where like parkour is shit, combat's shit, you don't feel like an assassin, and you can tell it's almost soulless in a sense how they've looked at The Witcher 3 and successful RPGs and gone, we'll do that. Whereas with Rogue, as uninspired as it is, it's still Assassin's Creed, and to their credit, to Sophia's credit, there's like 160 to 200 people. They had a year to make it. It never had the chance, whereas Origins had years to reinvent the wheel, and they didn't. They fucking stole somebody else's wheel and kicked the little thingies in.
I don't disagree with you that, yeah, the RPG formula was a copy and paste of the popular trend at the time. But I don't think Rogue being... How do I even describe this?
We have to retitle this as
I don't think-
Origins hater versus
yeah.
Rogue hater. We have to
I
make
don't
it an
think-
Origins versus Rogue debate.
But I'm not a Rogue hater. I think it's
No,
okay.
I know.
I think Origins is better.
I
As much
I
as
don't think Rogue's like far better, but like I'd much prefer to play Rogue.
well, sure, yeah, but sure you might. I'd prefer to play Rogue than fucking Assassin's Creed Black Flag. But I think Black Flag's a better game.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah.
I think Rogue is on the same tier as Black Flag.
Whoa.
No. Sorry, I think Origins is on the same tier as Black Flag. Is what I meant.
Whoa, not. Come on.
I think the tiers are the Ezio trilogy, then AC1, then Unity, Black Flag, Origins, then Rogue, and 3, and then Syndicate and Odyssey.
This has to have like the most Assassin's Creed hot takes of any of these podcasts.
Yeah,
so
no,
far.
I think this is also the most Assassin's Creed one, like the most we've spoken about it. But
Yeah.
this like
Okay.
Rogue
This
Story.
can't stand.
Rogue Story is 2 hours long, and as much as size is not an argument for what makes a better game, like Rogue Story is 2 hours long.
Yeah, like Origins has more substance,
Yeah,
but the substance isn't good. It's just filled with content, and it's a huge slog, like New Game Plus, or how it's meant to be played. Whereas Rogue, I don't really think it is as unenjoyable as the narrative is, and Origins is just as bad.
but I think Black Flag's a slog too.
Yeah, like I agree. You can't like Rogue is playable in one sitting, maybe 2.
Yeah,
But like with Black Flag, I couldn't say that. Yeah, I'd agree. But then I think the story in that game is so phenomenal, it like lifts it up. But with Rogue, I think okay, I can enjoy the soundtrack, I can enjoy the naval, I can respect what was done with like so little resources, with so little time. But then I look at Origins, and I see wasted time and the death of a franchise.
nah, I disagree.
Because
I think you got to look at it within the context of Odyssey.
okay, even with that to the wayside,
Yeah.
it's a complete anomaly in the Assassin's Creed series, and Rogue is as well, but to
Yeah.
a much lesser extent.
Well, yeah, Origins was intended as a reboot, and I'm not refuting that. Yeah, they just copied the trend at the time of open world action RPGs. I'm not refuting that, and I'm not even saying they did it well. I'm saying that they did it well enough to place it higher than Rogue, which they didn't. They didn't do anything well in Rogue other than the soundtrack, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
soundtrack's
because you know I despise Black Flag's gameplay, yeah?
yeah.
Rogue is, and I love the story of Black Flag. Rogue has Black Flag's gameplay with a shit story.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Origins has Black Flag level gameplay with a passable story purely because of Bayek, even though like he's not.
Yeah, Bayek's cool.
His story is not great. His character is great. Abubakar Salim's performance is fantastic. DLC is great. Yeah, I don't see the argument for Rogue being better. Because even you've admitted that you don't like the gameplay of Black Flag. So when Rogue's the exact same gameplay with a shit story.
Yeah, I don't like the gameplay of Origins either.
Yeah, but you like the story of... Do you like the story of Rogue better than you like the story of Origins?
I think they're about the same. Like, if we're taking character out of the equation, like, Bayek carries the story of Origins. But if you just
But
looking
Bayek's
at
character
narrative,
is the entire fundamental basis of Origins story.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're just looking at, like, narrative in terms of what it holds philosophically, how it adds to lore, I think they are on the same level.
I disagree. Fair enough.
Like, okay, I think a big thing with this is what it did in its time, what it had the chance to do. We both agree Rogue couldn't have been better. But then when you look at Origins and what they had the time to do and how they could have reinvented Assassin's Creed.
No, yeah, it could have been better. But Rogue's still a worse game.
I disagree.
Fair enough.
I think parkour is another thing. I think the combat is just a smidge better in Rogue.
I think we're going slightly in circles here. I think this is just a case of you're wrong and I'm right, and that's fine. You're for sure wrong.
It's a case of,
and that's fine.
We're not doing the podcast anymore because you're wrong.
We reached 8 episodes until we. Well, if you do know that if you have a different opinion than someone, you can't be friends with them and you can't speak to them. That's how the world works.
Assassin's Creed community. That's the case.
Yeah, that's just the way things are. So, but I think we just got to agree to disagree here as much.
I think I might put out a Twitter poll just to rub that in your face because I know I'll win.
You're fucking wrong though, aren't you? You just are wrong. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. You can be wrong, and that's fine. You know.
I can't wait to replay a fucking Origins.
I'm gonna replay it.
This is a shit game.
Yeah, maybe it is a shit game, but Rogue is a shit game.
Rogue is a middle of the road game. Origins is a fucking travesty.
No, it's not. Origins is a 6.
Okay, it's not a travesty.
Origins is a 6. You gave Origins a 7, and you just said that Rogue would be a 5.
No, I regretted that as soon as I did it. Origins has much less. I don't love much of Origins. I love Black.
Okay.
I really like the naval in Rogue. Obviously, it's a little bit better than 4.
Give Origins a number.
Low 5.
Okay.
And then Rogue, I'd give like a mid 5.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's not like a huge difference.
Well, you gotta delete your Origins video now because it's inconsistent with your opinion.
No, but that's that video makes no fucking sense because I'm like, oh yeah, this is shit and this is shit. I like Bike, but then all this other stuff is shit.
It's because you had nostalgia glasses on, and I also didn't want to get bombarded.
I am
with dislikes.
super nostalgic for Origins, to be fair, but like even though it's 3 years ago.
At least you didn't do the classic technique of just saying things that are shit and then being like, "Well, I like them, so it's good."
Yeah, that is of course
like a certain person. Odyssey is an underrated gem.
That's going to happen at some point.
Moving on from our excessive Assassin's Creed chats, Kotaku UK is shutting down.
Also,
and we all know that.
Can you please comment who won that debate, please? Caden, I know you'll do that.
Oh yeah, because Caden loves me. Kotaku UK is shutting down, and we all know that regardless of what our opinions are, they have worse ones.
This is for blocking me, Jason Schreier, you bitch.
Fuck. Oh, do you know the story of me getting blocked by Jason Schreier?
Yeah, I remember you got. What was it for you?
No, so it was like everyone was getting. Basically, he was going on a blocking spree for whatever reason. I think he'd done some dumb shit.
Yeah, it was the Naughty Dog thing.
So then we basically started competing to see who could get blocked first. So I just tweeted.
Yeah, you beat me.
Jason Schreier, hey bro, can I get one of those blocks? 32 seconds. He blocked me in 32. Which, how much time do you have to spend on Twitter to see a notification and block someone in 32 seconds?
Oh, I think he went inactive when I tried to, because like everyone was doing it. Yeah. And I literally DM'd him a few minutes afterwards, like, "Ayo, can I cook you?" And he blocked me after like an hour. But
yeah. But the thing is, Jason Schreier, because Kotaku themselves aren't shutting down. It's just the UK.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
I didn't even know that existed.
But maybe, just maybe, Kotaku normally will be shut down because they have some terrible fucking articles. I mean, as much as it sucks for a journalist to lose your job, if you're a shit journalist, you know. I mean,
all of them.
I saw an article the other day that was like, it's time to admit that Destiny's logo looks like a penis hanging out of pants. And I was like, yes, the peak of journalism right here. You went to university to do journalism for 4 years, and this is what you did with your life. I can't talk. I make Assassin's Creed videos. Anyway, at least they're getting paid. Speaking of which, get me to 1,000 subscribers. Speaking of which, I'm talking too much. Jack, what do you think of Kotaku UK getting shut down?
I think that's fucking great. I don't like Kotaku. Jason Schreier isn't even involved with them anymore, is he? He works for like Bloomberg.
Fuck knows me. He helped them grow, so that's a
yeah. I hope he continues the Assassin's Creed leaks because
fucking Mike Bloomberg.
Oh no, I mean like the company.
No, I know, but
that's his company, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike Bloomberg spent $1 billion on his US presidential campaign and got fucking nowhere. He didn't increase.
My favourite thing he did was big gay ice cream. Have you seen that?
Wait, no. Wait,
oh
what?
my god, I'm gonna fucking damn you this right now. But yeah,
hold up,
Mike Bloomberg, what a geezer.
No, I found it at Big Gay Ice Cream. What is this? What the fuck? He's just eating ice cream.
It's fucking great.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so fucking funny. It's just the way he says it. Like, why? Yeah.
Big gay ice cream.
I can't believe he spent $1 billion on that campaign. What is that?
That's fucking great. He tried so hard to be relatable. He was like, I'm sure I'll be able to win the LGBT vote.
Looks like he's never eaten ice cream before. He just looks so uncomfortable. Oh,
I really
what is this? What is this cold? What is this cold beverage? Oh, it is a salad. Oh, like
big gay ice cream.
I like this. What's this called? Big gay ice cream. Scrumptious.
Oh my god.
It reminds me of a Jeep pie a little bit. Remember a Jeep pie? Tough times.
The Mandalorian is coming out.
Nice.
October 3rd. It's mad. It's been almost a year.
I was getting into the flow conversation, and you just.
Oh, sorry.
He's broke in, but it's all good. Yeah, the Mandalorian is coming out. Indeed. Mandalorian Season 2. I've still not seen Season 1. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't care.
Did you start it?
I watched one episode and I was like, this is good, but I don't want to spend enough. I don't have enough time to spend on this. I don't want to spend my time.
It's pretty good. Like, I think once you finished it, you'd really like it a lot. Like, it's not the best Star Wars thing, but I think it's quite good.
It's good, but it just does. I don't know. It just doesn't interest me. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know. It's just one of those things. I might say the Season 2 comes out. I might watch the whole thing so we can talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like, if I was given the chance, just on my own, I wouldn't choose to watch it through. That being said,
I think if you finished it though, I think you would like a lot of it.
Maybe, yeah.
It feels very unique even though it's like set between the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy. It still feels very unique in like the atmosphere.
Yeah, I like the idea of it.
Solo in its soundtrack. There's one episode that basically uses like one corridor set, which is like one of the best episodes.
I love the way they made it as well. The way they did the CG. It's just got massive screens instead of doing it in post. It's ridiculous. But nah, I don't know. It didn't speak to me, I guess, is the way you'd say.
I think if you finished it, I think you would like it a lot.
Yeah, no, I'd probably like it a lot. But it's just one of those things. But when Season 2 comes out, I will watch all of it just for you. Yeah, Season 2 are these real trailers? No, that's a concept trailer.
Nah, but they did announce October 30th, which is mental. They're releasing
really
a little less than a year after the first episode of Season 1.
Yeah, that's real soon.
Especially with like coronavirus. I'm guessing they started to record.
I'd imagine they've done it. They've pre-filmed it a lot
Yeah,
of it.
because they must have known it'd be fucking huge. So I guess they would have started.
When did season 1 come out?
November last year. Like
Yeah,
early
so
November.
I'd imagine as soon as that came out, like by December, January, like they would have started filming, and then obviously by like we didn't go into lockdown properly until like end of March. So
Yeah, that's pretty lucky though, because I know a bunch of shows that have got fucked by, like Succession.
Yeah.
Succession is the best show on TV right now, and you need to watch it.
Succession.
It's fucking insane.
What's it on?
It's HBO, but I got it on like Now TV. But like if not, just 123 movies it. It's
biggest. Logan family is known for controlling the biggest media and entertainment company in the world. However, their world changes when their father steps down from the company. Okay.
Mate, it's Brian Cox.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Kieran Culkin, Macaulay Culkin's brother. And it's Jesse Armstrong who did The Thick of It. It's HBO. Like season 3 of that would have come out this year, and it is the best show on all of television.
You mean Jeremy Strong?
Yeah, Jeremy Strong's in it.
Jesse Armstrong.
No, Jesse Armstrong fucking directs it. He did The Thick of It.
Oh, I'm just gonna be straight up. I've never heard of Jesse Armstrong.
Oh no, he's sick. He did Four Lions as well, and Matthew McFadden's in it, and it's really good. Please watch it. It's so fucking good.
You know that I don't watch TV, but I might.
No, but like, there's not much content on it either.
Yeah, I should probably. People were started asking me in the stream about the Witcher show and stuff. Like, I don't watch any fucking TV, just straight up. I just don't have the time or energy, you know.
Yeah, I haven't watched much recently. Hannibal's sick. I watched The Last Kingdom because I got told a bunch. But yeah, pretty sick.
Just films are just easier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like the whole like limited series type thing. You know, where it's like 5 hours long. It's like, it's basically just a 5-hour movie. It's like, just make a fucking movie then. You know?
Yeah. Like I do get what you mean.
You know, it's especially if it's something like Mandalorian, which didn't that release like week by week. It's like
they did this weird thing where like they didn't fully I'll get IMDb up to see the dates, but I think one time they released like one the day after the other, and
because it's just really like don't do that. Because then I definitely won't watch it. The only shows I watch it are Cobra Kai, Prison Break, and Castle. That's all I'll ever watch.
Oh yeah. Oh shit yeah. They did the first 2 episodes come out the first day. Then they did episode 3 days later. Then 4 6 days later. So that's
so bizarre.
Yeah, that is fucking.
Like, surely you want to build up the momentum. You do like one and then one the next week, and then you go like 6 days, 5 days, and then the last couple episodes you just do one after the other.
Yeah, I can't believe though you said that out of all you don't like that shows waste your time, but you would rewatch Prison Break, which is after season 2 is a total waste of your time.
You're not wrong. You're like I as much as I do love season 3 and season 4. I love the whole show. But if I were to rewatch it, just rewatch season 1. The rest of it you don't need to rewatch ever.
Yeah, like season 4 where there's fucking like Homeland Security.
Yeah,
and it's that guy. What's his name?
It turns into like CSI Miami.
Yeah, and there's like this big casino heist. 1 and 2 are sick though. Like the last 2 episodes of season
even three's pretty good in the Mexican prison or wherever it is. 3
was my least favorite, to be honest.
I've heard that quite a bit, that everyone hates 3, but I don't know. There was something like there's a lot of shit that goes wrong unnecessarily just for the sake of tension. But the character development in it is, I feel, quite well done, especially by who's the detective?
Bella.
Also in The Dark Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe that's just
the
me then.
film though from like 3 years ago.
Oh, the film.
Fucking awful.
No, so spoilers for Prison Break, a fucking 10-year-old show. So he dies in season 4, end of season 4, and then no, does he die in the film? I don't remember.
No.
What's
He comes
the
back
film?
in the film and he's in another prison because he has to be.
Are you not thinking of Are you not thinking of season 5?
No, because they did 2 films. They did like one at the end. Didn't they do one at the end of season 4 with like his wife?
That's where he died, didn't he?
Yeah, that's where he fakes his death. But they did one in 2017.
No, that was season 5. That was the show.
Wait, I remember watching this as a film.
No, it was Prison Break. I think it was like 6 episodes. It was quite good. I liked it.
I remember that
it was 9 episodes, and it kind of just tied up loose ends. It was weird. It felt very tonally inconsistent to the original. Not tonally inconsistent, just like the style it was made in was kind of inconsistent. But generally, like, I quite like season 5.
This is making me want to go back and rewatch season 1 and 2.
Let's go, do it. Let's both do it, and then let's make a cinema room on it. I mean, a movie club on it. I mean, fuck. What do we do? There's only so many combinations of words.
Whatever we do, we have to do the Assassin's Creed film first.
I want
to do a video on that.
Do we not wait? Do we not wait until we can meet up in real life? Do some heroin first, and then watch it.
Yeah,
because we can't do it drunk, because that's already been done.
Yeah, but I reckon that's a shout. Do some heroin and watch the AC film in fucking Scotland.
I only saw it once, and I don't really want to see it again, but I will for the Eagles Call.
Yeah, I watched it
just
shortly after it came out.
Getting thrown about by some claw.
Okay, do you remember the fucking
Alan Riken, my favorite assassin?
Yeah, there's that. But do you remember the tune they used in the trailer they had on like Jimmy Kimmel? And I swear it's off like Life of Pablo or some shit.
You have the most bizarre memory of all time. You remember the most random
No, because I watched it a bunch of times. It's like I'm a man of God or some shit. It's off Life of Pablo, I think.
Yeah, they did it so dirty. I don't get why they didn't just make a historical film.
Yeah.
Didn't really have potential, because video game movies never have potential, but it kind of did, you know?
Yeah, people saying they should have adapted like Altiero Ezio's story. I disagree, because it would have been shit.
Oh yeah, no,
that butchered and they something I cared about.
And can we not make Altair Michael Fassbender? No offense to Michael Fassbender, but he shouldn't be. Yeah. Should have got Shogun film.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Milan just came out. Speaking of Asian women, for fuck's sake.
You have worse transitions than me.
That's because I'm not trying. I'm just letting conversation flow naturally, whereas you're trying to jump on each topic every minute. We got some things to work out after this podcast. We need to fist fight over whether Rogue or Unity are better.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Milan just released, and guess what? No one's gonna buy it for £30.
No, a bunch of people apparently it was really good. It good.
Oh yeah, no, we would never pirate movies though, especially from Disney, because they're such a hard done by company. You know, I think they deserve their products to be paid for.
Okay.
But no, apparently it's quite well done. Like, it's not just the typical Disney remake, which is nice to see. That is what I heard, that they were going to be adapting it more straight from like the historical story of Milan.
Yeah.
So, like, at least they're trying to do something different after as much as Lion King made money, that was a fucking disaster, and I think they are aware of that. So
I just saw one shot, and it's like, have you seen? You remember when the Game of Thrones finale came out, and there was that tweet of Daenerys with the dragon wings, and it was like, this should be studied in all film schools. They did that shot in Milan, and that made me laugh a bit. But yeah, if you're gonna watch it, pirate it. Don't fund that anti-consumer bollocks. Fucking pirate it.
I'm not gonna tell you. Allegedly pirate it. We do not.
No, down with the fucking suits. We're anarchists. Yeah.
Yeah, we're massive anarchists.
But also, free Fortnite, guys. Epic is such a
Why have
cool
we spoken about
company.
this 3 podcasts in a row? It's been like a month and a half.
It's because Fortnite still isn't free. I'll never.
What does that mean? What does it mean? It's not free.
They can't sell
their
game worth billions of dollars on the fucking App Store.
No, it's almost like they broke. It's almost like they broke the policy that they signed when they got the game on the App Store.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you be batting for Epic Games? What have they ever done
they're the
to
underdogs. They're the underdogs here. They're not $1 billion company.
No, they're not.
Nah,
and they do make epic games.
And on that note, I think Epic Games is a good way to start our second outro of the night, of the day. Whatever.
Is this actually our second outro?
Huh?
Is this our second outro?
Well, yeah, I just threw one in like 45 minutes ago just to set us up.
Oh, it's at the point where we do so many outros, I forget that we do outros.
But yeah, not too many things to talk about this week. It's been a down week, but with Ubisoft Forward coming out, which neither of us will watch, I'm sure next week we won't have anything else. I was thinking maybe we could get TGFL on next week, hypothetically. But we can talk about that off air. With that being said, thank you all so much for listening / watching the Eagles Call podcast. We're back officially every week, hopefully, as long as Jack doesn't have another breakdown from watching Assassin's Creed Rogue's brightness 100 over and over again.
Oh my god. Let us know who won the debate. It was me.
It was definitely me. And you know what? I think, and this is setting up a video that we already have planned, but I think we should do an Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer battle to see who's correct.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
AC4 don't lie.
Yeah.
AC4 should decide.
I am going to put up a Twitter poll. Like, I'm not going to say which side I'm on. I'm just going to say we're in an argument. One of us thinks Origins is better. One of us thinks Rogue is better. Put out a poll. Which is better?
Hold up. I've got an idea. Put
what?
Odyssey as a choice, so it doesn't look like you're just comparing two games. If that makes sense.
Why?
Because I don't know why, but because it'll just look random if you're just asking about Origins and Rogue.
No,
but then if you put Odyssey
help prove me a point.
If you put Odyssey in as like a third option, but no one will pick Odyssey, obviously.
Yeah, I think people side with me because
I think you're wrong. Because you're wrong.
You're wrong and you think you're right, and that makes you dangerous.
You spent I think you spent 3 hours trying to get a racist cutscene on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
You're gonna bring this up every single episode. No.
I'm gonna bring it up until you come back, and that's not the last video on your channel. Because every time I go to your channel to get your link to put in the description of these podcasts, which by the way, go check it out, go subscribe, go like all those videos. But
thank you.
I just see that Brotherhood stream, and I'm reminded of the pain you went through, and I'm like, no, this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, listen. Video will be out before the next podcast. Unity Funtage is coming. Top 5 questions we have for AC Ragnarok also coming. I had some video ideas.
Do you know what you'd be good at? Like a TV presenter. You have the voice for it.
Yeah, but like it's not my natural voice, and I have to. I don't want to forever do my YouTube voice.
You're gonna have to. One day you're gonna go to E3 when it's finally back. You'll go there, and it'll just accidentally slip out.
And I'll shill for Ubisoft.
Oh, star player time.
Oh, fucking hell.
With that all being said, thanks for watching. Much love.
Thanks for watching, guys. Videos coming up. Yep. Those two.
Yep.
I was thinking. I spoke to Joe before the podcast about this. I was thinking of doing, like, going through various AC games, killing as little, like the lowest number of people possible. That
Yes,
could be a fun
really
little
good
thing. And now I want to do a video on the AC film. Plenty of content coming to the Walshy YouTube channel.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
If you
Check us out
enjoyed,
on Spotify.
leave a like. This is our 4th or 5th outro.
Yeah.
If you didn't,
Leave a like. Go to Spotify, rate us 5 stars on whatever podcast platform you use, because that's the thing now. And yeah, thanks for watching.
I always fucking drag out these outros because I never want these to end, and I really enjoy doing these.
We should do 3 a week.
Yeah, we should.
And then just hire an editor. We can hire Josh. Shout out Josh. You're doing bits and pieces. If you listen to this, which I don't even know if you do, but either way, doing bits and pieces. We love seeing the boys do bits. Cheers for watching. Ciao. Love you.
Bye.
Macaroni in a pot. That's wet ass
pussy. I'm talking what? That's some wet ass pussy.